All right. Hopefully everyone can hear me. I have no idea what I'm doing. It's okay. Pretty standard around here. Okay. Basic idea. Just gonna hang out for a bit, try and brainstorm what I'm doing for the last video. Thinking maybe I'll clone what we did in week 19 and see if we can put the Docker stuff up on a DigitalOcean droplet or a DigitalOcean app, I guess, maybe. This over here real quick. Hopefully everything's working. Authenticate myself real quick. All right. Go. Head over here. I guess the first thing we'll do is we'll just try and get the stuff up and running again. I think was in 19. It's there. This was video, and then front end. Want to get rid of the node modules probably. I'm not stuck copying those over. All right, and then we can probably just go back to week 20. This is probably the last time I create a folder structure this chaotic. Let's see. Okay, so we'll just do demo and then we'll make a front end and a back end. So 19, and then what is it? Video front end. Just copy that into here. Okay, and then we'll cp-r the same thing, but for backend. Video backend. All right. This should have the Docker stuff in it. Let's see if we can at least run it without the Docker stuff. So that's we have a database. Nobody knows. You guys get to see me flounder about without all the editing. Always a fun time, right? All right, cool. And slash API and to-dos. Okay, so it did have a database. So let's start by dropping that. I'll bump this up a bit. Obviously, don't drop your database in production. You lose friends and jobs. All right. Go ahead and let's migrate the database again. And run this. Should be running in the background, and then we can cd out of here and cd into the front end and do an npm install. Cool. Cool. While that's running, I can take a look at these app things in DigitalOcean to see if we can do what we need to. Show this. There's probably nothing sensitive here. All right, so you can either do it from Docker Hub or GitHub. I guess I could push it up to GitHub. Push up like week 20. Push up the demo maybe. See how that works. Sure, why not? But this have a git. Oh, nothing git in here. Okay, so let's just code 20 and 20. A whole bunch of untracked stuff in here. Yeah. There we go. Of course. I updated the README as a joke at work. All right. Other tab. I should probably help if I pushed my code. Don't mind me. Floundering about as promised. All right, cool. So now we have week 20. And this should, in theory, have what we're looking for. Oh, get Guardian yelling at me that I pushed unsafe code. What else is new? You have this Electron demo, but nobody cares about that. We also have the back end and the front end. Okay, so if I were to grab this repo, this would then have the Docker file in it. So let's try that. Grab 20 and 20. Oh, but we don't want to grab the 20 and 20. Yeah, mistake. All right. So we'd want to, I guess, create a new Git repo just with this in it. Let's just cd out of here for now. We'll make dir the live stream dir. We'll just pretend that we didn't just do that. Week 20 demo. We'll CP that. CP the demo to here, I guess. Totally had the node modules in it. God, so painful sometimes. All right, it's in here. Back end, front end, cool. Okay, I'll just do a git init. We'll create the repo real quick. Sign in. Have to authenticate again, of course. Wait for 1 second to type in the code and the window disappears. There we go. Okay. Cool. Just create a new repo. Push this code up. Totally remember how to create a new repo off the top of my head. Let's see. Week 20 demo. Demo during live stream. And don't initialize with anything. All right. And don't need to add anything. We're pushing an existing repo. Let's do jam and commit git push. I didn't put any of the remotes. Why would I? Think when you can just copy pasta. Okay. All got any of them SSH pushes? All right, you know what? Let's just move this over here, actually. Hey, how's it going, turkey? All right, let's see. Open up, actually. I'll just take a look incognito. I change this. Okay. Could be. Oh, it keeps telling me authentication failed, so that's clearly not the right password. Great. Great. Okay. Yeah, let's just switch over to SSH, I guess. Okay. Yep. I know what I'm doing. Sort of. That's a lie, I don't know what I'm doing. Hey, that one worked. Okay, cool. Gonna through the course of one hour live stream, dismantle any thought process that I know what I'm doing. Okay, cool. So we have this up. Now have a repo. Refresh. Try and create a new app again. Hopefully it'll work this time. Probably won't, but the guy can dream. Week 20 demo. Branch main, auto deploy, sure, whatever. Oh, is it just... Gotcha, okay. Maybe I have to push just the back end then, maybe? Question mark? What's the old 20 demo, I guess? Branch main. Okay, interesting. So I guess in the last one I probably... Oh man, why do I always try to reinvent the wheel? Okay. Probably just pushed up that. So let's go take a look at what this week 20 repo had when I did this the last time. 20. Yeah, it was just the Rails app. Okay, so... Oh, simple solution. Just, okay. Go ahead and purge Vue out of existence. And then we'll have to, we'll probably have to move the back end up one level, right? Let's see, repositories, week 20 demo. Yeah, let's move that up a level. Just CP. Well, actually, you know what? Let's leave it at the back end level and just see what happens. Just so I know for future reference if this works or not. Did you GitHub again? Clone week 20. 20 demo, I guess. Main auto deploy. Really, it doesn't search in nested folders. That's just... That's something, all right. Okay. Move. Whatever's in backend, I guess. Wrong. Let's do this. Open this up again. Okay. Grab whatever's in backend. We'll just move it up a level. Oh, what is that? Like CP-R. Do this. Maybe. Yeah. All right. Then we'll just remove the backend folder. This does have the Docker file. This should work now if I push this up, maybe. Git commit -am. I don't know. Move backend up a folder because DigitalOcean. Meaningful commits, am I right? Okay. GitHub again. Search for week 20 for the 20th time. Wasn't intentional, I swear. It's just a side effect of my own incompetence. All right, hopefully this one will work. And hopefully we can actually run some Docker commands through the DigitalOcean apps. Docker file detected. Okay, that's a good sign. Web service, static site, sure, whatever. Environment variables, no run command defined. I haven't set up any database, so let's just go with no persistence and see what happens. Sure. Need anything fancy? Basic settings. Trying to see if I know what the buttons are. Be nice if this works. It was sort of a last minute thought I had after I did Docker for the 19th video. I was like, hey, we could totally do Docker for the 20th one because we're already doing all this other stuff. I guess while that's working, I should probably see if I have Electron set up on Windows. That's not going to work. The dir? Yeah. Okay. Is a Vue Electron app on my desktop, so I'm assuming I have Electron set up, Vue set up already, so I should just be able to run the commands, hopefully. Let's see. How to set up Electron Vue. Oh good, it's a purple link. It's the only purple link, which means this might have actually worked for me. Maybe. Okay. All right, so the plan is we're going to take the Vue project from week 19. We're going to copy it over to our Windows desktop, and then we're going to build Electron. We're going to build an Electron wrapper there, which is going to let us install it like a regular desktop application. And then, in theory, we should be able to wrap the Vue thing in the Electron, launch the Electron, and then the Electron Vue project should go out to the DigitalOcean app that has the Docker Rails API running on it, and we should be able to talk to it. But there's a lot of assumptions there that a lot of these things are going to work first try. I don't think they will. I'm pretty sure this right here is going to be the thing that blows up. But we'll see. Adventure. Just another day in paradise waiting for everything to go boom. Nothing like that good old imposter syndrome coming back to bite you. Okay, so let's see. Let's make a week 20. So make dir week 20. Okay. At least that works. Looks like some Linux commands work in PowerShell. That's nice. And then we need to, I guess, CP this into here. So let's do that. This has the front end, so we'll CP-R front end into MNTC users. Is that not what the user is? What is it? Oh, that's right. It's not giving me autocomplete. Desktop / week 20. That'll probably work, right? Oh, that one's going to be slow though because it does have the node modules in it. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, rm-rf node modules. So whenever you copy anything to the Windows side of things, you need to make sure that there's not a big workload because it takes forever to copy those. Let's cd out of here, and then we'll do that copy command again. Hopefully this time it'll be a bit quicker. Let me just make sure that actually deleted that file. It didn't, so let's just get rid of all this stuff in here through the windows, and then we'll just copy it over. And there we go. Now I have it on the Windows side of things, and this is still going. Not really sure why. It was a really small app with a single API that had nothing on it, but whatever. So let's see. Let's cd into the front end. And then I guess we need to, let's make sure this actually runs. We'll do an npm install. It'll probably take a while because the Windows side of things, again, very slow. And we'll try to get Electron up and running. Now, thankfully, I've done some Electron work in the past, so this shouldn't be too difficult. I'm kind of hoping it's just as simple as calling the add command maybe, and then Electron serve. We're not going to use yarn though, because gross. I don't have anything against yarn. I just know npm. Change is scary. All right. Number of times I'm going to do that. Okay, so we have that. Let's try to npm run serve this. Npm run serve. See if we can at least get the front end working. Host port 8080. Right here, you can kind of see what I mean by it's slower on the Windows side of things. It does take a minute to kick up. Okay, so we don't have the API running locally, so we're not going to get any data from it. That's not a big deal, though. Unless this is running. Oh, yeah, I did run this as a damn nice thing. Okay, cool. So I should then be able to say, hello world. and maybe to get this to submit. And then if we refresh, okay, it's still there. Cool. We at least have that working. We have the local version as like a test bed for the Electron stuff while this deploys. It says it deployed successfully, but I'm going to doubt that. Interesting. I don't actually remember how to use these apps. So let's full screen this and see. You just click on this. The following your environment configuration. Okay. Locked host. Is that a CORS policy thing maybe? No. Shouldn't be. This is definitely new, so this is scary. So I'm going to leave that alone for a second to figure out how to do that. And instead we'll deal with the Electron thing. For this, it was just, and yeah. But it was npm install electron -- save, oops, -save -dev. And then while that's working, blocked host. What does it mean? Mean anything? Incorporating Rails 6, you may, okay, of course, it's brand new error. That's exciting. New middleware included in Rails to prevent against DNS rebinding attacks. Yeah, but maybe I want to be attacked. Host list. Okay, so I guess we just, I don't know, is this running in production or is this running in development? I guess we just add it to both and see what happens. Is that config, environments, development? And let's see, is there anything in here about host? There isn't. What about production? Host. There's a single host in here. Okay. Let's see. Tell me if this is running in production or is this running in development? Starting in development. Okay, so we'll add this to our development.rb file. Cool. And I guess we'll save this and we'll commit it cd into wherever we are, I guess demo. Okay, git status, yeah, sure, git add dot, git commit, bam, add allowed host, git push. We push that, and then we should be able to come up here, refresh, and get this to somehow pull, maybe. Settings, we'll screen this. Oh, there we go. Okay, so that's automatically doing whatever it needs to do. Let's come back over to the Electron. So this looks like it worked. Over to the Windows side of things again. We'll do npm run electron serve, I think. By default, npm electron serve is missing. So it might just be, let's see. npm run electron serve. How is this missing? Am I dumb? I did the LL thing again. I'm dumb. That goes without saying. Okay, so we ran, what was the last command we ran? We ran install electron. We didn't run the other one, right? Install globally. Okay, well, we don't need to do that. Vue CLI, create new Vue app, installs Axios. We've already done all that. Oh, we need to do Vue add electron builder. Gotcha. I totally knew that was a step. Hello, imposter syndrome. Okay. Still running. I guess now we wait. see what happens. Maybe we get lucky and everything just works first try, except for, you know, the host thing. Maybe that was just the one. I don't think that's going to happen. That's not usually how this works, but, you know. Oh man, this is slow. Okay, let's come over to here again. Also slow. Oh, that's fair. I guess it has to do the whole Docker thing. That makes sense. Well, at least now I know what to edit out, right? Really wish I could push up my cached version of this. That'd be nice. Push up the whole Docker container. I guess, well, it doesn't really make sense for me to test this. And Spectron, no, I don't need. We don't need to test. Who tests? Come on. I didn't think that would open. We test their applications these days. Case in point, every argument I've ever had with people in industry. Okay, so that looks like it worked. And now I should be able to run that. Okay, so npm run electron serve. Okay, so that looks like it's working now. In theory, this should open a window that looks just like a browser. And this is the same thing that like Discord uses it. So like, no, oops, just minimized absolutely everything. Open all this again. Oh, where's my terminal? There's my terminal. And Visual Studio Code, and then also this. So like Discord uses this. I think, is it Spotify? I don't know. A whole bunch of applications use Electron to serve their stuff. It's not really necessary in this case. It's more just here's another technology that I haven't shown on the channel yet, and here's an excuse to get familiar with it. But basic idea is it just takes the there it is. Takes the whole Vue project, wraps it into a desktop application. And then if we build this application, so like right now I can do like, I don't know, from Electron, and it'll push that to the API just like it normally would, because it considers this the same local host as the other one. The big difference is it's treated just like a regular, like a Chromium browser window, but it's treated like a desktop application. If we come in here and we do like npm run electron build, I think this should build an actual like the application you would ship to whoever's going to download it. And then in theory, if you have like the API running in the background on a web server and you have the application, you're shipping it out to people, they install the application connects to the API, and then as long as they're online, they have a desktop that is communicating with the Rails backend. In theory. In practice, it's probably going to be a bit more confusing than that, but this is a good first step, I guess, that's at least working. Let's try this. Okay, that's good. It didn't blow up. We like it. Now there's a good chance this one is going to blow up. Oh, it didn't. Really? Okay. So if we were to set this as we'd have to set this as the API target for the Vue project, right? Which, because of how this is set up now, we don't have that. So let's, well, I guess we want to do it in here, right? Can I just do a code dot from here? Hey, that worked. Okay, cool. We come in here, and then we go into the store, modules, to-dos.js, and we just take this and maybe let's comment it out. Let's not be complete animals. API URL equals this. Okay. Sure, why not? And technically, the request origin's still localhost, so this should work. Maybe. Okay, but we built the Electron project, so let's go ahead and let's go find that. So desktop into week 20, front end. We have our dist Electron now. We have our win unpacked, and then if we come into here, we have frontend.exe, which is our application. And that'll open just like we would expect it to. Now this one's not hooked up to the API, so that's a problem. That's fine though, at least we're building. That's a good second step, I guess. So let's go ahead and let's try to run this Electron serve. See if we can get this working. Can't believe this worked. The fact that this is like the whole Docker thing is unfriggin' believable to me. That was like You had to change one thing to make that work. That was way too easy. I still don't entirely believe that it works. Now, of course, this isn't connected to the database, or I guess it has a database, but it's not connected to like a remote database or running in production. But I ran the build unserve. Let's do this instead. But you know, this is still unbelievable to me how easy that was. You just push up a Rails app with like a Docker file inside of it, and it's like, hey, magic, I know what I'm doing. All right, so test. Okay, well that did something, and that's with the version where we changed it to this URL, and it's pushing to the DigitalOcean app. I can't believe it. We did it. That took like no time at all. That was actually pretty quick. Okay, so I guess how do we make it better? Well, let's try and figure out why when it builds it's not working, right? So npm Electron build. We'll try to figure that out. And we'll come over here because we just built it with this. So if this was working as the front end, then this should still be working, but it's not because it's not grabbing the thing. So let's see. Upper console. Yeah, course policy, I figured. But what is it requesting from? So can we see that in the logs in here maybe? Maybe the logs will tell us why it's upset with us? No. Okay. Just had a title of test, so if we, yeah, nothing's logging. Okay, so what is the Electron application's origin, I guess? Electron app request, HTTP request origin, CORS policy. Let's just keyword stuff our search as much as possible. How do I handle CORS? Override the header before sending the request using on before. Okay, that seems like it's more involved than it should be. A lot of workarounds here. I don't like this. Local development. Let's see. I don't like it when it's a multi-step process that involves writing a lot of code, because I feel like generally they're, you know, trying to diagnose a zebra when it's actually a striped horse or something, whatever that medical expression is. But we'll see. Well, it's not Node.js, it'd just be Electron CORS policy. Let's see. CORS requests don't work for custom protocols. Electron, no access control. Okay. use no access control, allow origin headers. Put the following as my browser window options, but does not resolve the issues. Okay. Mode no CORS. We don't want to do that. You don't have to use. It works as if a native app. Okay. Where do we put web preferences though? Don't know what this means. Electron web preferences. Welcome to Googling with Dean. What does web preference mean in Electron? That is the question. Settings of web pages features. So where do we set this? The main process. Okay. Well, we're not really doing that though. That's the problem. We can come into main, but this isn't going to be doing anything like that. So let's just guess we'd want to try to, well, do we want to import it? Because that might break it if not. I don't like that. I don't like it, but I don't know what to do about it. Okay, let's see. Vue Electron cores policy. How to config. The problem is it's strictly when like an Electron project is built, it's getting confused on the cores policy. Like, I'm sure it's going to be something like this. If we set this up here and I wanted it to still work as a like Vue front end client, probably wouldn't want to force it into Electron mode. Isn't great. Also not great that I have all these tabs open. Electron build cores policy Vue. And I didn't mean to add the W. Just in case you guys are wondering what it's actually like when I make these videos, this is basically 90% of what I do. Inside the Vue config file. Well, but again, that's not Electron. I guess we'll just make it force Electron in the search results. Basically what your degree should be in when you go for computer science is just glorified how do I Google. Electron serve and win.load URL. But this isn't what I'm looking for. Specific Electron tutorial, that's a good sign. There's no course. Of course, there's no course. Let's see. Now, the issue is you could fix it by, well, I guess you'd have to figure out what is my request. If I could figure out what the request is, I guess you could whitelist it. Just control allow origin headers presented on the resource. app://dot. We just take that and put it into our cores.rb. This comma separated. Well, let's just try this first. So let me come over here. Typical fashion, I'll just do this. app://dot. There's no way this is going to work, right? CD into demo. Add dot get -am try app or Electron cores issue. app://dot. Try pushing that up and then DigitalOcean can rebuild. Evan, I see you. See you, PogChamp, and in the Twitch. All right, that's building. That's exciting. Hopefully that'll fix this issue. I guess the other thing I could have tried is if I had more than 2 brain cells awake right now. I could also try this. Or I guess we can do this, and then we'll come over here and we'll just do a grep puma, and we'll kill this PID, so 1450, and then we'll do another Rails S. And now suddenly it's upset about the Ruby version? Okay. Which is, of course, there is no Ruby version. Interesting. Okay, so we'll come into gem file. This says 3.0 RVM. You just do like RVM use 3.0.0. Is it Ruby-3.0.0? It is Ruby-3.0.0 Rails S. All right. Now if we come over here, refresh this page, that's working again. And then we come over to Electron and we try to refresh. This is going to be pointed to that location, which means we have to come to The other one of these. We come into here and then we'll just comment this out. We'll go back to localhost. Now this is trying to connect to our local host Rails app right here. And this is basically whitelisting only from the Electron project once we build it. So then we can do a npm run Electron build and we can see if this will work. Probably won't, but maybe it will. If it does, we're going to sleep well tonight because that's basically the whole video done in like under an hour. Of course, this whole Docker thing is a lot slower than I thought it would be, which is kind of weird, but also kind of expected. It's expected in the sense that like you have to rebuild the app, but it feels like because you're rebuilding the app inside Docker, it's slower. I don't remember it taking it this long last time when I used the DigitalOcean apps, but who knows. Okay, so that's built. Let's come over to and unpacked again and try to run this. Okay, so that's still not working. Kind of a bummer. Let's see. What else can we try? I guess we can come over to our cores and maybe we just try it without the dot there. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's try this. Set the origins to asterisk. You totally should never do this ever, ever, ever. But when you're testing, it's fine. Do as I say, not as I do. Okay, so there is a way for us to whitelist this. Just going to be a matter of figuring out what it's trying to request as. So let's try this and we'll restart the server. I guess we don't need to rebuild this one every time, so that's good. That didn't work. Try app general. It looks like we didn't have the slash before, so that isn't going to work. I really wish I had someone here that knew how Electron worked. Okay. It is trying to do that request from origin app : // This is so bizarre. Let's see. Rails cores app guide. Let's see. Maybe I should put the app in quotes. I somehow don't think this is going to come back with anything meaningful. So we're probably on our own. All right. I guess we'll just keep modifying this until something works. Do that, refresh, nothing. That, save. Oh, we didn't actually. Restart the server. Okay. Here, save this. Restart the server. Refresh again. That got my hopes up because it didn't do anything, but of course. And we'll stop the server and restart it again. Okay, so we're gonna have to set the headers somehow. So what's the difference between running it in development mode and running it as a built Electron app? At some point there's this disconnect where it just stops. Electron build breaks cores. Very bizarre how doing the build process does this. And I guess in some sense it makes sense because like it'll be less secure, but main.js Electron and works fine. Switch disable features out of cores. What does that mean? What does any of it mean? Electron access plus origin resources. We actually have to like specify this in our headers in the Vue app. It would be very bizarre. Do I have an Electron portion of the Vue app? Don't know. Main.js, node modules maybe. Let's see. OP Electron maybe. Oh, let's hope it's not that one. This one? That's just that. Okay, so Electron. I want to have to do that though. Yeah, see, the web preference is security false. I really don't want to have to do web security false. Feel like you'd want web security, right? Web security is probably a good thing. Imagine you would want web security. Why is this? Yeah, see, it all just says main window. So maybe we do need like an Electron folder or an Electron config. How to configure Electron. It's not what I was looking for. How to write an Electron configuration. Man, chemistry, why you always got to get in the way? How to configure Electron builder. How to configure Electron builder, and then we're going to want web preference, or I guess main window. Main window equals browser window. There we go. Just search for this and see what comes up. All right, so in the main process, it does this. You then need to figure out how. I don't know where this happens, I guess. Because I'm assuming that Electron's documentation is like based on people actually having a dedicated Electron file, but I don't, because I just ran Electron install like a big dummy. Let's see. That's working yet, but that's really not going to help here, is it? I feel like if I come to my desktop, I had. When was this made? This was made 12/31, so maybe I did figure this out. Let's see. Or did I? I might not have figured this out. Okay. Well, why don't we try this? Let's leave this running and we'll come into this project. I guess we'll be out of here. cd ... week 19. Almost did the LL thing again. Vue Electron app. Open this up in Visual Studio Code. Let's see if I figured out some kind of magic secret. Oh, that's right. I was building out this whole thing. Okay, so this pointed to that API. That's fine. Unless it was the back end. Maybe the back end was where Electron was. Do I still have that? That searchable thing on my computer? I do still have it. I actually have it installed. And this API is running. But this is not the same app. This is just a basic Vue app. So yeah, this isn't going to be helpful. Okay. Let's see. Electron web view. Let's try this. Electron setup view. Let's see if we can follow the tutorial. It shows us where to create this main Electron index page. This one's probably going to cover it if I just follow it a bit longer. Yeah, so I'm assuming it's around, well, this is just Axios. The Electron builder. None of this, none of this. Still nothing. Anything in here about web security? That's the store. I feel like I'm just scrolling through articles at this point. Yeah. Web security. Browser window. Window equals new browser window. Where's this? The next thing would be to set the icon option in background.js. Background.js. That is actually a file. So that gets put in the source. Okay. All right. This is our web preferences. So we're getting closer. Getting closer. Web preferences. We need web security false. Let's try this, and then we'll figure out if it's a good idea. First step, see if it actually works. Doesn't work, I don't have to do any Googling about why this is a terrible thing. But what I would like to see is at least something that works. Okay, so let's do a cd week 20. Almost did the LL thing again, cd front end. And then we can do an npm run electron build. That should build that, and then we can come into here and we can, I guess let's undo this and let's just allow 8080 again, and we'll restart this. We'll see if this works. Okay, so that's running. That's running. And then I guess we can look into web security. Electron, web security, false. What does this do? I have the Electron documentation open at some point somewhere. Probably closed it. All right, so that built. Come into here. Let's go back to week 20. Front end. Dist Electron, when unpacked. We'll run the front end again. Oh, that has data, so that does work. The web security false is the answer, but that just, it sounds not secure to turn web security false. So what does web security do? Web security. When false, it will disable the same origin policy, usually using testing websites by people. See, that just... This isn't great. I feel like this is just another way of doing like origins asterisk, right? So web security Chromium. See what this does. I don't want an extension. It's just Chrome being outdated. Table while it's running. Okay. Let's do. What does web security do, Chrome? What does it mean? None of this is helpful. It's all about browser extensions. Okay. Security do browsers. Okay. Stop showing me results for things I don't care about. Electron, web security, cores. I guess if we have this this other file, wherever it went, we have this background file, then we can probably figure out how to do the rest of this, because this is like setting the request origin somewhere. Probably do it somewhere. Totally know what I'm doing. How to allow cores requests with this set to true. Oh, peace. Okay. Okay, there's just someone yelling at you for doing that. I don't want to do this. Don't want to set it to asterisk. Don't want to do this because this seems like it's the same thing. List on SharePoint or tracking tasks. Trying to create an Electron out of a ping. List every minute or so. Okay, but like just because it's upset with you doesn't mean you can just turn it to false. Yeah, right. Like only suitable for development. That's really not great though. This is also just not true. Okay, fine. It's fine. This is a problem with using a tool like Electron. It's very questionable. Go over the server where the page being loaded in the iframe is hosted. You probably need to allow cross-origin requests there. Yeah, I get that, but like I don't know how to allow cross-origin requests for this. Can I change this? Do this? Probably not, because I'm assuming this is the app path from there to... You know what? Let's try it. Just run an Electron serve and see how bad this blows up. Now I'm curious. Should blow up pretty bad, right? Yeah, so that's... What? Okay, so let's come into here. Let's call this application's bluff and change it over, because that definitely should not have worked at all. It was very sus. Okay, this isn't blowing up. What did I push up? That seems to have worked. Huh. Yeah, so that's pushing up to here. So something I've done is allowing this to work. Background, I probably still have web security set to false in here, so maybe I just get rid of this. And then we'll run this again. Maybe. Oh, it just opened up a new one, I guess. I don't know what it's doing. Let's just run another one. Let's see what happens. Okay. Yeah, so that's not working yet. So the only reason that was working was because of the web preferences being set to false. Okay. Can't change this. I don't actually know what this is doing. Did we set this to... Do we do this as the full quest, maybe? If I do the build, right, this should still blow up in local. If I do this, and I do an npm run electron build, and let me just make sure I did this right. If I do that, I change this, this has app, and this does not have web security. And then I try to run this. Is this going to blow up? What is my Rails set to? Rails. First policy is allow 8080. Yeah, so this should blow up now. Probably. Oh, this whole thing just blew up. Why did this whole thing blow up? What did I do? This is fine. Web security set to false. Is this why? Just upset with me because I changed that? Unless I broke something over here. I don't think I broke anything. Okay, let's see. Really curious if we're going to be able to figure this out. Always a course policy issue, isn't it? part of the problem though, because you don't want to just like make a video where you say, hey, this thing works, but it only works because I didn't really try my best and I'm presenting you with really just not great stuff. Okay, so this is pointing to there. So if we come over to our Rails app, so let's stop the server, local server. Let's come over to the Rails. Let's comment this out and let's do the same thing, origins, and then we'll do whatever I had in here. Wait for that to save, and then we'll run the Rails server again. And then we'll try this. So let's refresh. Yeah, this is still not happy. Okay, so this is actually running from app index.html. So if I'm understanding this correctly, it's not, the request origin isn't going to be app index.html. The request origin is going to be something like whatever this path is on the system. How do you get, is it, maybe it's the IP. Be nice if I could log whatever the request header is. That would be nice. Because if this is just like, if let's say, for example, this is just I don't know, C colon users /dean /desktop /20 and 20 or /week 20 /front end index or src /index.html. This isn't really a origin, right? That would be really weird if that was what it was sending up. Oh, let's see. Apparently that's what it's trying to do. It's saying its origin is app. I'm not really understanding, but I don't understand a lot of things. Let's see. Load URL. So what if I come into here? Window, URL. Can I get the URL from here? Get current URL JavaScript. Window dot can get the current. Okay. Window dot location. This is the location. App colon. Yeah. See, it's this weird. This is the origin. It even has origin right here. Really not sure. Maybe I do try this. So let's try that. Let's open up Rails again. What I have? This is what I have. Then it says the origin right here, which doesn't make sense to me. Oh, but if app colon is the protocol, I guess here we have the protocol too. So yeah, it's really just sold on it being this. This isn't right. There's I don't understand. Just don't understand. App has been blocked. No access control allow origin. Okay, so let's just try again. Let's just Electron cores no access control. Don't want to do the web security fix. Let's see. Match with no cores mode. Is that how you're supposed to do it though? Or are you supposed to turn off, say, no cores mode? Is that just... I feel like what this does is it just opens you up to the whole point of having cores in the first place. Have to explicitly set the files type to JSON to allow the .json. And apparently the URL with file doesn't have any headers, so the call is not allowed. You have to manually call JSON.parse. Okay. Unless you actually are supposed to do it like this for Electron, but that just seems so bizarre. Why would you do this to me? Way too much thinking for 2 in the morning. Override the header before sending a request. Okay. Session equals remote session. Whatever this is this up here? No, it's all just terribly formatted. Request headers, origin equals null. That's so weird. Mean you miss me, Evan. You talk to me all the time in Discord. Okay, so why don't we... I guess we just go with the no web security or web security false one, right? Do this. This works. I'm not really happy about it, but I guess the best way for me to know if... I miss working with you too, Evan. Because this is normally the part where I'm like, Evan, go fix it, please. I guess the best way to know if this will work is just we make a video about it, and then we just act like this is the correct solution and wait for someone to leave a comment where they're like, well, actually... And then that'll solve that issue. I guess if we have this, then we don't need this. So we can go back to localhost port 8080, I guess. Maybe, possibly. And then we can close all these tabs for now. Close that one. And we come over to here again. And we want to leave this uncommented, comment out the other one. Okay, so this should be the version that's up on the repo right now, I think. Possibly. Which is going to be in its own repo. So let's go over to whatever I called it. Week 20 demo. If we come into config, initializers, and cores.rb. This is what I tried. Oh, but this had the web security. Okay, so yeah, so let's push this up. I could have also just done a git status, I guess, but I'm tired. Leave me alone. Okay, so I don't really like having a DB that gets pushed up. That's a little weird. We don't need any of those, I think. So let's do this. Let's do a rm-rf for db / development, maybe. Let's delete that. Git status. We don't need the git, or we don't need the temp files. Let's just rm-rf tmp. Okay. And then git status. There's even more shit. Okay. Let's just add the cores policy. So git add config / initializers cores.rb. Then we've added that, and now how would you watch the Jake Paul boxing match? It just doesn't sound like a good time. Git commit -am push localhost push localhost port 8080 cores policy. Git push. All right, so we'll push that up. Then Docker should rebuild itself, and then we can test this with an Electron build. And actually, let's try to install it. We come into here, and we rebuild this one more time just to be sure that we've built it. We should then be able to run this front end setup and have that work. So let me also come in here and let me uninstall the other Electron app. So what was it? Electron app 1.0. Uninstall this. Uninstall. Okay. At least clean up my computer a bit. This failed to build. I don't know why. But if I just run this again, usually the solution, right? Just run it twice. And it wasn't the solution. Of course not. Oh, wait. Wasn't this because I had like, what was it? Well, this was fine. An extra comma somewhere. Why I was upset. All seems fine. Are you upset? Access is denied. Interesting. Okay. What was it? Like this Electron? Oh. rmdir this Electron? Okay. Oh, let's close. Oh, maybe that's why because this was already open. And we can delete it? Question mark. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Now let's try to build it again. Hopefully this will work. This works, and this builds, which it seems to have done. It seemed like it was a little fast, though. I did push this, right? There we go. Okay, so it is building. And this is running. Hopefully we get our Electron build out of it. Then we try to install it, and then at that point we have a Docker container on the DigitalOcean app with an Electron built application serving a Vue front end to a Rails backend. I feel like that's a lot of things. It's impressive, right? Probably like an hour-long tutorial or so. This Electron, let's install this. Nice. Then if I come over to the actual API here, this is global. We have global stuff. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Now I just have to figure out a way to turn all of this into a cohesive tutorial. But, oh man. I think that's probably enough for one night for me. Let me just make sure this is all working. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I should be able to filter down to 5. Okay, cool. It looks like everything's working here, but nice. All right, I think I'm going to call it here. The stream. Actually get some sleep for once. Now that I have this working, I can focus on making this video tomorrow and then hopefully getting a couple other smaller video ideas done. Hoping to cover some, not really sure what I'm going to do. Maybe some .NET stuff, maybe some Python. Go from there. But thanks for hanging out, everyone. Sorry if you just got here. Been going for about an hour and a half now. Fun times. We have this working. We have an installed app. It doesn't have an icon. It's never going to get an icon, but you know, it's the basics. It's like 20 different topics rolled into one. If I build all of this, I think the plan that I had originally, I don't remember if I finished this or not, but we can take a peek real quick. I think originally with this Vue Electron app, maybe this did have stuff. So if we come into here, into week 19, and then Vue Electron, and we do an npm run serve, is that gonna work? Come over to localhost port 8080. I think the original plan was like an income expense tracker because I wanted to do something different than this recycled Vue project that we've been using this whole time. Yeah. I think interesting. I think this will work. Was this using composition or was this using Vuex? I don't remember. Let's take a look real quick. Yeah, this looks like it's using composition API, right? Yeah. Neat. If I remember right, I was following someone else's tutorial for this. We'll see. But Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed the live stream. I guess I'll see you in tomorrow's video, or I guess Monday's video, because Sunday's not a fun day to release a video, but see you in Monday's video, I guess. Yeah, I guess. Have a good night, everyone.